What's up? It is Jovan, or if you know me from lifting stuff, I'm just known as Johan. So we're gonna stick with Johan since this is in regards to lifting stuff. So I always try to repurpose things. I've got like a ton of old knee wraps, and I kind of stumbled across something that I thought would be beneficial for people maybe. So figured I'd make a video about it. I love repurposing old shit, you know, bringing some life back into old things. So like 2 years ago or so, I made a little video making a elbow tendonitis cuff, one of those compression cuffs that you would just slide up here. The cool thing was it cost maybe $4 in materials, and then I made it in like a little clever way that you could change the compression, so you could have it one way where it's tighter or another way where it's looser, depending on how much compression you need. So I'll post a link over here somewhere. That's like from 2 years ago. I'll just have to dig it up. Whatever. So I was actually trying to make a bow tie, like a Thompson bow tie kind of style thing. But I fucked it up, and it worked out because I ended up making a slingshot. So, you know, you'll wear this when you're benching. If you don't know how slingshot works, you'll put it down here, right around your elbows, right? And then, whoop, right here, okay? When you're benching, when you pull your shoulder blades back, down and back, you know, you feel the tension here. And then when you bring the bar down and you're in this bottom position where, you know, the barbell's touching your chest and you're going to press, the elastic in this gives you a little bit of pop out of the bottom like a slingshot would. So I don't know how much slingshots are. I know a bunch of different brands make them. Metal makes the metal catapult. Titan makes the Ram, which they have multiple models of. Then there's like multiple slingshots, whatever. This would probably be more comparable to the blue slingshot, the reactive slingshot, because this, I haven't tried it. I just made this, and it's like 12 at night. Just based off the tension of this, I feel like I'd probably get maybe 15 pounds out of it, which honestly I feel like not bad for what it is. If you want to get more pounds out of it, you could easily just double up on this whole thing. Put the other knee wraps, since knee wraps come in pairs, you'll have two. This is just using one. But that's whatever. Let's just go get down to the nitty gritty. So with this guy, these are also the Elite FTS heavies. They're like the APT Convict ripoffs. This is a pretty, there's a little bit of stretch to it, but it's stiff. It's a pretty decent wrap, you know. I feel like I got a good amount of weight out of it, but I don't use these anymore. They're 2-meter wraps. For some reason, I bought 2-meter wraps. All the federations I compete in allow 2.5-meter wraps, so, you know, I might as well do something with it. But let's get down. Like I said, let me stop talking and show you what to do. So you have your knee wraps, right? This is just a single knee wrap folded over in half. All right, so you want to figure out how much tension you want out of this. And you can do that by figuring out, like, trying to guesstimate where, if you hold this out, let me move this camera back. So if you hold this out, where your hands are going to fall. So you can fucking lay this on the table, like here, and then put your hands out. Let me, I guess, get an angle here. So if you lay this down, you know, put your hands out, and then kind of measure it like that, and mark where your elbows end. Or another thing you could do, if you want, you can just take your knee wrap and make a knot down wherever you think the tension is going to be best. Like, okay, here we go. We'll tie this up. make a knot. It doesn't have to be anything crazy or super tight, but bam, knot. There we go. Cool. This is way too small, but you see what I'm saying, because then you can kind of get an idea of like how tight you want this. But another thing, if you don't want to do that, maybe you never learned how to tie a knot, you can always just, you know, take duct tape, and when you have this doubled over, wherever you think you want your tension at, just place duct tape over it, like over here, you know, wrap it around this part, so you'll have, you know, this bit to work with. But anywho, so when you figure out where you want your tension at, like let's say here, right? I'm gonna make a little line with a Sharpie going this way, but you want to do a tiny bit more, maybe, is that like 2 inches or so? So 2 inches or so is where you're going to cut. So you'll cut this knee wrap. So now all of this is gone. We just have this bit. Cool. So now we have our half knee wrap thing, right? So that end bit that you cut right here, that little extra, just leave that alone. And where you initially made your line is where you're gonna sew. All you're gonna do is, it's kind of hard to see, you can kind of see, these are pretty shit stitches. I'll probably double over it maybe once or twice just to be safe. But you're gonna make stitches, which is gonna hold this together, and then that little extra bit that I said you leave like an inch or two, that on the end is what you're gonna use to make kind of the middle divider that's gonna be in the center of your chest when you bench. So, like I said, you sewed up here, and now you're gonna take the knee wrap again, and then kind of turn it in, flip it around, I guess not inside out, but you know what I'm saying here. And then, so this is the sewed part, and you get that little extra bit, like I said, that you're gonna leave the tail, and you're gonna take it and just connect it to the middle of the other side of the knee wrap. So you, right here, and you'll do that, you just kind of lay, so you'll just lay it down and then make some stitching here. Just try to center it the best you can, it's not a big deal. A key thing, so regular thread will break, it has tendency to pop. So even with light pressure used, so since you're going to be benching something that's probably going to be over your max, which is the whole reason to use something like a Slingshot anyway, better safe than sorry. So this is something I kind of, I don't know, I've always been repurposing and like doing DIY shit for years now. So the best thing to sew with, and it's probably cheaper than thread, honestly, is dental floss. This is just regular old fucking dental floss. There's nothing crazy about it. It's mint waxed 66 yards. It doesn't matter what fucking waxed, unwaxed, what scent it is. The point is that dental floss is going to be a lot stronger and not going to break. So once you do these stitches, you probably want to do it once or twice over again, and then you know, you'll be able to see how much pounds you get out of this guy. And if it feels a little shoddy, I know it looks shoddy already, but you can always add another stitch, another line down just for extra support. So definitely dental floss, or you can get any nylon bonded thread if you want to go to like Joann Fabrics or something, or wherever they have that sort of shit. That's going to be completely fine. Like a number 69 nylon bonded thread will be just fine for this. That's the thread that they use with all like the metal multi-ply and single ply shirts and stuff. So yeah, that's it. I'll give an update. I'll use this maybe. My shoulder's been feeling like shit, so we'll see how it goes, because I'm getting ready for a meet. But regardless, that's it. I'm gonna upload this then do some benching maybe. Shit, I'll do some benching, add it to this, and then put it all together so you guys can see how it works out, and then I'll give you like a kind of, I guess, a better estimation of how much I get out of it, but I feel like it'd be probably about 15 pounds or so, which isn't crazy. But if you want to get more pounds out of it, since knee wraps are sold in pairs, you can always double them over each other. You know how I said, like, we fold it in half right here, right? Just get the other knee wrap, put it on over, so it'll be like a quad layer. Shit, I mean, if you can manage to fit your hands in there, you could even just use one. But this would feel terrible with me. This would be really, really thick. But that's it.